All right, so what I want to be going over today are going to be some free screener settings that you guys can use to help find certain plays. No matter if you guys are breakout traders, if you guys are bounce players, if you guys are shorters, I want to show you guys some free settings on finviz.com that you guys can go ahead and find different plays. It is so important to have what every single day? To have a game plan. Before you guys hop in on every single play, you should say to yourself, hey, you know what? I know why I'm buying the stock. I'm buying the stock for this reason, or this reason. I have a entry, I have a stop loss, I have a sell target, right? You always want to make sure you guys have a game plan. But how do you find the stocks that you guys can go ahead and play? I always get that question. How do I find the stocks that I play? And I find a lot of my stocks by either doing this, what I teach you right here, or I use my scanners. Now, there is a difference between scanners and screeners. Now, what would that main difference be? Well, a scanner is going to give you real-time data, right? It's going to show you the minute it comes out. And for example, as you guys know, my trade idea scanners right here, right? I have a high of the day momentum scanner. Anything that hits a high of the day, it pops on up the moment it hits that high of the day, right? AEY starts popping on up, we're going to be able to see that. JNCE starts popping on up, we'll be able to see that. Top gainers, top losers right here. The moment they switch to top gainers or a top loser down here, I'll be able to see it. Anything that starts breaking on out, I'll be able to see it. Anything that gets halted, I'll be able to see it. So scanners are going to give me real-time data within the same exact second, within the same exact minute, so I'm able to perform, the best as possible. But they will always have some sort of price towards them. Right? A screener is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be not in real-time data. It's going to have a little bit of delay towards it, but it's good to be able to see what is currently hot. So what we have here, we have our top gainers currently. We have our top losers right here. We have our new low. Now, this is not going to change second by second like, our scanners will, but it still gives us good information. On top of that, guys, our screener, what we have here, a screener is more used to set up a watch list. Right? A screener is more used to set up a watch list so that we can go through these and be able to say, all right, these are stocks that we want to focus on. These are stocks that all have potential to rip in the near future. Now, what do I like to use a screener for? I like finding screeners for one thing and one thing only, my chart patterns. Right? You guys know I personally like finding chart patterns, which I say have 80% reward and 20% risk. So going through these screeners is how I find a lot of these plays, right? Now, yes, the scanners help me find plays as well. As I see stocks hit new high of the day, if I see anything on the daily chart, I may write it down and I may say to myself, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, I'm going to write this down. But a screener, if you guys are a little bit more on a budget, is an awesome way for you guys to be able to, find different plays and for you guys to still make a great amount of money from, being able to do your research. So finviz.com right here, this is one of the best free screeners and probably one of the most popular free screeners out there. Now, as you guys can see, there's a lot of different things that you guys can change. You can change the country to, USA. So if you just want companies inside the USA and you want them, price underneath $10, because maybe you are going to be trading more penny stocks. Let's say you want to see, a stock with, decent volume, over 5 in volume, relative volume. So again, you could see we're all the way down to an 80, right? An 80 on the volume. So I want to teach you guys different settings that you guys can set up depending on your strategy so that you guys can go ahead and make money in the stock market. And you guys don't really need to go ahead and buy different scanners and spend $150 or $300 a month. Now, do I recommend if you guys are a trader and want to take your trading serious, in the long term, yes. I believe that you guys should probably get your own different scanners, if that's, Trade Ideas or Equity Feed or TC2000, which again, check the video below. We have links for all these. And with that being said, let's dive into all these. Let's dive into some of these settings. So the first one I want to be going over, guys, is going to be my normal setup, right? My normal screen that I usually like to look at. And that's going to be Dekmar Trade's breakout settings. So this is what I usually look for when I'm looking for my breakouts. And what I have here, guys, very simple, is I have price underneath $10. I'm going to have the RSI more on the oversold part. I'm going to have relative volume over 3. And then something I also like to do is I like to click this ownership tab because that's going to give me the float. And that's going to limit, a good amount of stocks. And I'm just going to be able to see probably the first or second page is only worth my time. So let's actually set this up right here, and we can find what I usually like to look for when I'm setting up my watch list. All right, so let's dive in on this, and we could see right here, if we go to www.finviz.com, go right back to this site. Let's set this up. So we have our price underneath $10. After that, guys, we're going to go to RSI right here. We're going to go to oversold on a 40. Why not like a 30 or 20? Because I don't want to eliminate too many plays, right? I have price underneath $10 because I like to trade penny stocks. I'm going to put the RSI on the oversold side, not like a 30 or 20 because that could eliminate too much. I just want to see stocks that are going to be on the bottom of their pattern, right? I don't want to buy anything that's overbought. If I'm buying stocks that are overbought, that doesn't make sense. Why would I want to buy something overbought? So I just want the first level of oversold because that's going to put them on the bottom right-hand corner of the chart. It's like I don't want to buy EDAP. It already went on a nice rip. It already went on a nice move. Like, for example, when I'm buying stocks, guys, I want to buy a play on the bottom of its corner of the chart so it spikes up to its high, right? It goes from $4 all the way up to $4.40. This would be low on the RSI because it's dipping near its bottom, not again all the way at the top right here where again sometimes people hop in, people buy it, and it doesn't make any sense to me because you're already buying at the top. So when I play a stock, I always want to look for plays in the bottom right-hand corner here. And this low oversold to the 40 is going to give us these plays. If we don't have that low oversold to a 40, we could possibly be getting plays up here where, again, people go ahead and start buying, and it doesn't make sense because it already went on a nice move. I know stocks that are up that high look visually appealing. Like you see EDAP, it's up that high, that's great. But, again, it already went from $3 to $4, which means it has a good opportunity to start coming back on down. So, again, going back to our scan, we are going to be having our oversold. We're going to have relative volume over 3. And that's, very important that you guys are always going to be looking at to be able to have our relative volume over 3. So that means we have 3 times our average volume. So that means that we're going to be having good activity currently. We're going to have good volume currently. It's not just going to be a dead stock. So we have under $10, a stock that's oversold. We have relative volume. And also the last thing that you guys can add as well, if you guys would like, let me find where this is at too. You could put change up if you guys would like to. And again, that's going to just basically show that stocks that are having a green day today. So those are going to be adding a green day, but you kind of get rid of a pretty big list right there, right? You do get rid of a pretty big list. So that's why I don't always do that, but it's always, maybe nice to kind of throw it up there every now and then. So right now we got 69 plays, right? Under $10, oversold with over 3 with relative volume. Then, as I said, click this ownership button. And if you click this ownership button, we're going to see the float come up, right? Because we didn't have the float before, right? On overview, we don't have the float. And the float is something very important to us day traders. So click ownership, click float, and now again, we have stocks that are in our price range on the overside part that are currently active, right? That are more currently active on today. And what we could see here is we can now go through these, and we're going to be looking to see if we have any sort of chart setups that we really like. Now, I'll be honest. There's 69 different plays right here. There may not be one that we love, right? But this is a great area. This is a great scanner to be able to find stocks that are on the bottom right-hand corner of the chart. Stocks that have lower floats, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1 million in float, right? So these are all good. And once you get to like 12 million, these are starting to get a little too big for us. But even here, you could find a good possible pattern. So this is one, nice little quick pattern that I like to do, right? You could also, again, put performance. Same exact thing. Today is up. So maybe you want to see a little bit of higher lows. Maybe you want to see that, okay, the stock is oversold, but is also moving up. So let's see what we have there, right? Or we can, adjust this. Maybe we don't want to have any sort of volume. Maybe I'm just looking for maybe even a dead stock that is just oversold on the bottom right-hand corner, but it's today, starting to move on up, right? So what do we have maybe here? Bottom right-hand corner not moving up yet. That's starting to move up a little bit. SHIP starting to move up a little bit. ICC, bottom right-hand corner moving on up. And again, we still have our float right here, so we know these are all stocks that could explode very hard. And, even though right here I'm not seeing anything I love, ADIL may not be bad. All right, let's check out ADIL for a second. ADIL, could that be getting a little bit of a squeeze? The 50-day moving average is a little bit high on up. But again, and when this 50-day moving average starts coming back on down, we could see a nice squeeze pattern. And again, since it's a low float stock, we definitely see some nice rips and some nice runs right here. So, this is just my personal favorite one that I like to look at, and I may adjust this every now and then. And look at the relative volume, maybe over 3, or only look at the first couple stocks because I want to always filter it out by low float. But if you guys are saying, how do I find some of the stocks I do? This is the scan I use. It's very simple. It's only about 4 different things right here, and it is going to get me a nice list. I only have to look through about the first page. So if you guys come out with a page of only about like 100 stocks, you don't have to look through all 100, just because we only look at stocks with, again, a lower float between the areas of under 1 million all the way up towards about 6 to 7 million. So that's only as high as you have to go as well. So that's kind of my breakout scanner, right? When I'm looking for my breakout, that's going to bring me low RSI, oversold side, low float, and the stock has a lot of good potential to go on a nice big rip and a nice big run. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm not going to go back into the presentation over and over and over again, but I will just kind of screenshot these slides and kind of draw them over. Now, what's next? Next, guys, is going to be a setting for you guys to find continuation. So usually this is going to be from some sort of solid green day the day before, and we're looking for if these plays can continue to move on up, continue to climb, continue to get these nice rips. And these are going to be the settings right here to find continuation in the market. All right, so let's set up these settings right here and let's see what we have. So these settings that we're going to be looking at, we have performance. Today is going to be up. We're going to have price under $10. Performance number 2, today, we want to look for anything above 15%. Now, today is a little bit of a slower day, so we're not going to see as much above 15%. Change up, change from open up, current volume over 200K to show that we definitely have some volume towards it. So again, let's set this up and let's see what we have. So we just click screener. We can go with performance. Again, why are we looking for today to be up? Because we're looking for continuation, right? We're going to go to price underneath $10 because we're focusing on our penny stocks. We're going to go for performance number 2 today. We want to see 15% or more, right? And then we're also going to be seeing our change. We always want to just put up, for the reason that we're looking for our continuation. And then we're also going to be putting our volume, current volume, over 200K, right? So let's go to over 200K right here. So what does this give us? We only have 4 different plays, but this is continuation, right? Our continuation breakouts are stocks that easily could continue to break on out. And this is the list that we are going to have right here. So stocks that definitely have good volume today that could easily continue tomorrow. So we have CTRM, right? CTRM, and we just want to check these out right here. We put it up here. CTRM, this stock was a top gainer today. It went from $5 all the way up towards around $6.78. This stock could easily be a continuation play tomorrow, right? We have EDAP. EDAP, good volume today. Gap up right here. Again, we talked about this one being a little bit more on the overbought side, but this stock is a solid green day today. It's still moving on up. This could easily be a continuation pattern today or into tomorrow. NXTD. NXTD, strong green candle today. It went from 90 cents all the way up towards around $1.24. Volume could easily move it on this play tomorrow and be another continuation pattern. Last but not least, let's see what we have. ONCS. Look at this. ONCS. Nice squeeze pattern right here. Nice couple green days. And then again, we could easily see a 4th green day of continuation. So, I mean, every pattern that comes up or every stock that comes up is not going to fit perfectly maybe in your criteria. But again, this is a free screener for you guys to be able to go through them. Now, this gave us 4 different stocks. And I'll be honest, usually you get about 15 to 20 on a hotter day. Right now, it's only 10:40 in the morning, so some stocks may not have over 200,000 in volume yet. And on top of that, guys, it has been a little bit of a slower day the past, on Monday and today. Today's Tuesday, as you guys know. But even here, we're still seeing great continuation settings that could lead to great breakouts, great rips, and bring in some great volume. So this would be our continuation breakout settings that I would want you guys to focus on. All right, cool, awesome. Now let's move on. So that's if you guys are looking for continuation breakouts. Let's say your strategy is a little different though, and let's say you're a swing trader. All right, so let's see what you guys are going to be interested in and if you guys are swing traders. So we're going to have market cap. This is where we're getting a little bit more involved with the market cap right here because we're looking to hold maybe not just for a couple minutes, but maybe for about a week, maybe for 2 weeks, maybe for a little bit longer. So we're going to have a couple different settings right here, guys. We're going to have market cap, under 10 billion, price above this SMA of the 20-day, above the 50-day. Price, again, we can do that under $5 or under $10. Average true range, 0.25, 200-day moving average above. So we want to constantly be moving up. EPS growth over 5%, sales growth over 5%, institutional ownership over 10%. So again, this is kind of when we're diving a little bit more into the company, and that is because we're not really just looking for just a straight day trade on this. We're looking to hold this for a little bit more time. And again, when I say swing trade, usually I'm talking about just an overnight trade, right? So I'm looking for an overnight trade, but in this case, this is going to be more of like a weekly hold or even a couple weeks hold. So we're going to have 20-day to find this right here for above. Let me bring this up for a second. Here it is. There it is. Trouble finding that for a second. Price, let's just go with under $10. Kind of get a little bit more today. Let's go right here. 50-day. Again, same exact thing. Price above because we want to constantly be moving. True range 0.25. 200-day moving average. Price above again because we want to be constantly moving on up. We have EPS growth. Again, we don't want to get too crazy. We want to just go with over 5%. After that, guys, our sales and quarter growth, again, same exact thing, only over 5%. And then institutional ownership. So that means, at least 10% of the insiders. So let's go over 10%. Let's see what we have here. So we have 21 different plays. And let's see if these plays look like great swings for us. AEZS. Not a bad looking swing there, right? So let's actually put them on these top charts right here. What do we have here? So we have AEZS. Not a bad swing. Not a bad hold for a few months. That's a nice climb. AFMD, not bad. Again, 285 all the way up to 418 in a few months. APHA, not bad. $4 all the way up to $10 in a few months. ARCT, not bad for a swing. $5 all the way up to 725. BDSI, not bad for a swing. So look at all these uptrends that are all forming on these beautiful swing patterns, guys. And this is just from having the right scan. Right? Just from having some right scans. And obviously, you're going to see some that spike a little bit harder than others. You're going to see some that go on quick rips like this. But then you also have, again, your nice slow and steady climber. So you have about 21 different stocks right here. And these are all stocks that are above all the moving averages, moving on up in a very nice manner. And I definitely want you guys to be aware of these. Right? So this is great, a swing trade scan for you guys to go ahead and be able to hold a stock for a few months and feel safe about holding a stock for a few months. Doesn't mean it's going to be the best play in the world, but at the current time, everything has a nice bullish factor towards it. If you guys want to, again, you can always adjust a few things under $5. You guys could see some of these plays, right above $5. TEUM, where's that at? Yeah, TEUM. Again, beautiful swing trade. If you break these scans down and try to match everyone's personality or match a couple of your different trading strategies, of course. Let's move on. Let's keep it going, guys. I'm sure you guys are loving this, being able to write a lot down. Little side note as well, if you guys are a member of tradecaster.com, if you guys are a member in our live stream, Dekmar Trades, you will be getting this. I'm going to email every single one of you guys. So I'll send you guys out all these settings so you guys are all set. So don't even have to worry about that. On top of that, what else do we have, guys? We have our bounce plays. These are stocks that are falling and that we're looking to get a nice bounce play coming on up. So we're looking for basic support to be very close towards it. All right? So this means we want the stock red so we could get a nice dip buy coming on up. Now, these are the current settings that we have for our bounce play. And then so let's type these out. And let's see what we're going to be having for our bounce play. So performance, we want today to be down because we want to see red today so we can bounce it in the future, right? Then we're going to have under $10 as always. We want to see our performance today, not anything insane maybe. So we're going to say today down 5%. Average true range, we're going to go with 0.25. On top of that, average volume, because we want to definitely see a little bit of volume towards this play, over 200,000. We want to see the change today be on the downside. We are going to want to see the pattern horizontal. Is this here we are. And then on top of that, that should be able to give our list. So we have about 5 different plays right here. And let's just go through these. And we're looking for basically, stocks that have potential to be bounce plays. So if we look through them, what do we have? We have APYX. So APYX is the first one. Could we get a possible nice bounce on this? Yeah. I mean, the stock fell from 693 all the way down to 377. Don't you think we could possibly see a nice dead cat bounce on this play? Absolutely. Coming on up? Definitely. What about JMU? JMU, this one's a little light in volume. Again, I'm not going to say this one's amazing by any chance, but again, that's what happens sometimes when you use a free screener. You're not going to have all amazing plays. Let's see what else we have. SELB, definitely a possible bounce play right off the 13 EMA, 2 red days in a row. VUZI. VUZI, this one is all the way oversold, bottom right-hand corner. We could be seeing a bounce coming on up. This looks like a brand new 52-week low as well. YGYI. YGYI. This play, again, also coming right down near some support. As you can see, we have support right around this 550 mark, right? If it goes any lower, we'll have some support down towards around $5, but it just shows us a couple different, areas where we could look for, some nice bounce plays. On top of that, guys, when the market is hotter, you are going to have more options. And on top of that, guys, you can always adjust these a little bit. So maybe, say, okay, maybe I don't want as much volume, maybe any volume. Well, again, now I have 11 results. Maybe I just want stocks, underneath $5. All right, now you have this. Maybe I want to just find stocks that have lower floats bounce plays. All right, CREX, all right, lower float bounce plays, turn on the float right here. Maybe I could look for a CREX bounce play, right? This thing has gone straight down, has bounced a lot every time it comes down to 211. So there's different ways that you guys can, of course, adjust them as well. So that you guys can say, all right, I like this setting. This one I like to change, like this one little thing. I just want to be able to give you guys a foundation for you guys to build on. All right, let's look at our next one. Shorting. For all you shorters out there, right? Let's look at our next possible scan. So what we have here, this one's a pretty simple one, pretty easy as well. And what we have here is our shorting. We're going to have our price. We could keep it under 20, under $10, whatever we want. Average true range, 0.25. We have average volume over 100K. And RSI, we want to be on the overbought side, right? So let's type in this one, and let's see what we have right here. So we're going to go to price. Let's go, technically, we got to go to all right here. Price, we're going to go with under $20. Average true range, which means it stays within, again, this 25-cent range. After that, our average volume, we're going to go with 100K. After that, guys, we're going to go to RSI, and we're going to go to overbought. We're with a 70 because we're going to see stocks that are more on the overbought side. Now, as you can see, we have stocks, over 26 stocks right here, right? Now, let's go through some of them, and let's just, kind of go through some of these top ones. ADMA. Yeah, that looks like a pretty good short right now, right? A big red candle right there. AVID. This one is what's happening. Very overbought any day now. That could start turning. AVID, or excuse me, I just typed that one in. CCC, what do we have here? This one, again, at the very top. These are all stocks that could become very nice shorts. We have CFMX next. Guess what? This one's starting to turn at the top. Notice, again, we're at the top of the mountain. It is starting to turn and starting to come back on down. CVM right here. This play at the very top easily could become a big-time short. So as you can see, these are all stocks. If you guys look at these are all stocks at the very top of their peak. At the very top of their peak, all ready to come on down. Stocks that already went on their nice run, already started turning. And that's what happens when you see a stock, spike on up, right? If we're looking at these little charts that I'm bringing up, what do we have? We have TCS at the very top, TVIO at the very top, SVMK, good example of this. SVMK, we're at the top. Guess what? We're going to start turning and start coming back on down. So we have a very, very great, short scanner for you guys to be able to find stocks that are overbought, and for you guys to be able to adjust these. Now, if you want to find really overbought stocks, well, again, you can adjust this to maybe an 80. If you want to change the price, and within your price range, go to under $10, right? Maybe a little bit hotter, go with over 400, over 500,000 in volume. So there's different things that you guys can adjust, but definitely stay within these. These are the ones that you guys want to be moving, of course. So those are going to be our top scanners, guys. Again, we have our Dekmar Trades breakout scanner. We have our continuation. We have our swing trades. We have our bounce plays, and we have our short. On top of that, guys, I will send you this video, and in this, or I will send you, the PowerPoint. And with that being said, we also have the links in here, so you guys can click each one of them and have it already set up. So I will do that in chat now for the traders that are joining us right now on Tradecaster. So I'm going to copy and paste each one of these, put them in chat for you guys, so you guys can go ahead, save them, bookmark them so you guys are all ready to rock and roll. With that being said, if you guys go right here, you can go to my presets and you can save it. So you can save it after you guys click these links, and then just save it. Dekmar Trades Breakout, Dekmar Trades Bounce Play, or you can just put Bounce, whatever you guys want, right? So you guys have that, all ready to rock and roll. So let me post these for you guys, so you guys are all set. But these are a great free way for you guys to be able to find plays that you guys can write on your watch list, right? Everyone was saying, everyone was saying what? Or what do people say every day? Hey, I want to learn how to trade. I want to be able to, find the stocks that you guys find. I want to be able to find, the stocks that you guys can find. And how do we do that? You guys have to have, these different settings. And this is what I teach you guys. And I wanted to show you guys this. I'm not going to be a person that's going to, hold these secrets back from you, right? You guys are giving me so much respect just by listening to me right now. The fact that you guys are taking time out of your day and giving it to me, I respect that so much. The last thing I want to do is waste it. You obviously are watching this video. You obviously are in chat right now because you guys want to become a better trader. And with that being said, I'm going to give you the tools that you guys need to become a better trader. So awesome job. I wish you guys the best of luck on your trading, of course, and setting up these watch lists. Make sure you guys adjust them and enjoy it. Get into chat every single day, tradecaster.com.